Hi YouTube. So I thought it would be a good time to get back to making tutorials already. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay because we have this thing called a pause button and I have this thing called eye makeup remover. So, anyway, this is what I'm doing. So we're going to start off with all I've done. So I've done like the full face on this side except lipstick, and all I've done over here is conceal and put on a tinted moisturizer. But we're going to start by putting a base, a primer and base on our lids. So I'm going to just start with some Urban Decay Primer Potion and get it all over the eyelid. So then we're going to use a base, and we're using two of them. I wanted a neutral base on my lid where the green and the black are going to go. So on our eyebrow, our brow bone, and the inner corner and like the inner third of our eyelid, we are going to use Milk from NYX, the Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil. We'll start by just placing and blending. And then placing and blending. I'd say pretty much most makeup looks you ever want to do pretty much amount to this, placing and blending. So bring it down the bridge of your nose and into your inner corner and blend it out. Okay, so there's our white base, and then for our neutral base, I'm using the Stila Prime Pot in Taffy. Looks like that. So basically, any base that matches your skin color, dark nude, light nude, it does not matter, as long as it matches your lid color. And then, we are going to start off with the highlight and inner corner color. So once again, this is Bare Minerals December. And so this is a loose mineral eyeshadow, and what I decided to do was take it on a dense, fluffy eyeshadow brush. So this is the E55 from Sigma, and we're gonna foil it because then it'll stick, and that glitter and that iridescence will really show up. So you just take some water and spray the brush, dip it into the pot. It looks all like goopy there. Put it down on your inner corner and back up and down and back up, and we will blend it out later. Okay, so next for that green color right in the center of the lid, I'm going to take, this is a Glamour Doll Eyes color in Olivia Green, and it looks like this. So kind of a dark olivey tree green, not a like emerald green. And where did it go? And so we're going to take that on the brush again, which is probably why it was a little green up here, because I used it earlier. Take that on your E55 and tap it off. And then just start tapping it on slowly in all of those nude spots. See where you're just placing it and slowly creating this shape over here. Alright, and at this point you may want to go back and replace some of that December color, because we just want everything blending together really. Just take any matte black you have. I am using Blackout from the Naked 2 palette. It's just a really pigmented, really matte black. And then we are going to take a pencil brush. So I'm just going to dip it into Blackout, not too heavily, tap it off, and start drawing the shape that we want. So I'm going to start by creating that and then bringing it in, and then bringing it up. So it's literally like you were drawing with a pencil. I'm not swirling it or anything, we are just blending in. There you go. Okay, and now you can see like this is still a pretty sharp line and this is like blended. So I'm going to take a thick, dense blending brush, and this one is from Eco Tools and it says blend on it, so it's in that 5-piece eye kit. So just going to start blending it in. And this takes a while, but it's good to be patient and slow about things so that you can get the result that you ultimately want. Alright, and it's still a little darker over here. And so what I did was just pop the blending brush into Blackout, just like that. And then just placed. And started blending it in more. So now I'm going to take an E35 brush from Sigma, so it's just a blending brush, and so you're just going to start blending it in the crease a little bit, just so there's no like funny lines or patches, like that. I'm just taking a little bit of that Urban Decay Primer Potion under my eye, just a teeny tiny bit. From NYX, it's a slide-on pencil in the color Tropical Green. So it just looks like that. And so I'm just going to place a little bit on the outer half of my waterline. Try to kind of blend it up, flick it up a little bit into the shadow on the side. And then first we're going to take that pencil brush and dip it into the Olivia green color. And tap it off, and then just pull down your lid a little bit and start smoking it in and out, whatever. Alright, and as you can see, the side is obviously darker, so what we're going to do is then also take, and so it blends up into this, we're going to take some of the black on the pencil brush with whatever leftover green is there, and just put that on the outer half and smoke that out. A little more. And and then for the top line, we're basically going to do the same thing. We're going to take the pencil and just kind of messily, just kind of put a line up there. Don't worry about making it perfect whatsoever, it's just so we have that color base to stick to. And so then we're just going to take whatever is on the brush already and use that to smoke this out. So I'm just wiping my brush, my pencil brush back and forth over the eyeliner. And then you kind of get that like smoky green effect. And I think both sides are fairly even. And so now we're going to put on mascara before we do the brows, and I'm doing Benefit Bad Gal Lash. And then for the colorful eyebrow, we are just going to take an angled liner brush, and this one is also from Eco Tools, so it's cheap. And I'm going to take some water and wipe off what was on there from the other eye. Okay, close enough. And so then first we are going to, so we're using Kryolan aqua colors to fill in our brows. And this part is of course optional. You could just stick with this and do the face and you'd be on your way, but I like to do fancy brows when I do fancy eyes. So we are going to take this green, and it's already wet from my previous eye, but you just spray it on the aqua color. And this is 512 from Kryolan. You just take it on the angled liner brush, and we are just going to place it, just brush it in to the front, the inner part of our eyebrow, and just kind of go about halfway. Then we have really pretty green on our. And then for the rest of the eyebrow, we are just going to take a mixture of this brown, which is 046, and this orange, which is 078. Take a little bit of this brown, and then a little bit of the orange. And just fill them in the rest of the way. Whatever eyebrow shape you like to have. And I like to have fairly bold and thick brows. Alright, and that is it for the eyes. Okay, so now for the rest of our face. So we want to start with a bronzer. And so the brush we are going to be using for all our bronzing products, because there's a few, it's just an angled blush brush from Coastal Scents. It's not labeled, but it looks like this. You can find it on their website, I am sure. I believe it's synthetic hair, but I'm not 100% positive on that. So we're going to start. First, we're going to start with the cream bronzer. So this is Cha Cha with Sun God, and it's a NYX Tango with bronzing sticks. So it looks like that. It's the darkest one, I believe. Yes. And so just move it in a motion over your cheek, kind of make a stripe. It looks scary right now, but it'll look better later. And instead of blending it out right away, what we're first going to do is dip our brush into Benefit's Hoola bronzer, so a powder bronzer. And this is really pink, and then this is a little bit more yellow, so it's going to offset that. And then just start blending it in. And once again, be patient. Blending can take a little bit of time. Okay, so now we have like our contour line, really, really dramatic. And we only want like a little bit of color on the cheeks. I want mostly a bronzy color. So then I'm going to take Bronzy Lambada, which is a lighter one, and just place that sort of towards my cheeks, but not all the way in. And then take that angled blush brush again and just blend it out. And then the blush we are using is right here, and it's from NYX, and it's a cream blush, and it's called Tickled. And it's actually pretty much a perfect dupe for Orgasm from NARS, but in cream blush form. So if you were thinking about getting the NARS blushable cream sticks, I would opt for this instead. It's a lot cheaper. So then we're just going to take two cleanish fingers, tap it in, and then tap it on your cheeks. Alright, and then, so now that we have our like bronzy cheeks and our colorful eyes, we want to, everything else is really dramatic, so we want to go with a pretty neutral lip. So we are going to, I'm doing a light kind of nude, like nudie pink color, and this is a NYX Extreme Lip Cream in the color nude, I think it's Nude Peach Fuzz. Yes, Nude Peach Fuzz. That's what it looks like. So then, and earlier I put on chapstick and then put some concealer over my lips so that the true color of this would show up. So just wipe some of that off. And these are really nice. They're really good liquid lipsticks. And just wipe it on your lips. If you're a lip ring like me, I like the one because I can do that. No lip liner needed. Alright, and this is the full look completed. I hope you really like this tutorial, and I hope you try it out with whatever products you have laying around the house. I'm going to go finish doing my hair and take a picture for the tutorial. Alright, I hope you all have a wonderful day.